Alrighty, guys, what's going on? This is your boy Ligo, one half and duo, and sorry for the late cast, but I am here chilling with Renegade and Triple M as we talk about another day about Nintendo in a certain way. So, and the industry as it is, yes, they are crazy. You call it stuff going on with The Last of Us, but I already done said my piece enough on that to say it again. Just like I said, hey, it's their game. They do what they want to do with it. You have the choice to buy it or not buy it. That's just what it is. If you don't like it, don't buy it. That's what I always say. Hey, it's their game. They do what they want to. So,
Yeah.
that is what it is. But let's talk. We gotta talk about some other stuff though, which is
Reader's
um
Digest.
Well, really, we're gonna talk about some stuff that's kind of crazy as usual in a gaming sphere and everything. So this time, since we're I'm a Nintendo channel, I'm gonna talk about some Nintendo stuff. So first of all, I want to jump into something with IGN. So IGN has not improved than it usually improve. Not surprising. Yeah, they're what?
Oh, nothing. You just go ahead. I just said yeah.
So
What?
What else is new?
basically, that's what you're trying to say. Yeah. So Nintendo. So Street of Rage just came out, and you heard how me and Andre sung the praises and also sung some negatives about it. But it's on what it's supposed to do is a good game. Okay, I'll say that. It's up to you to look at other reviews and stuff, and I will do a review myself too. But yeah, I'll review discussion about the game more in depth and talking about it. But in that regard, no, just I want to just talk about something that happened, and it's like look at the review. Now they got a 7 out of 10. You know me and numbers, like when it comes to reviews, I was like, it is what it is. I get it, but if you read these reviews, you try to understand what the hell are these people talking about. So IGN gave it that because they said that they didn't try enough to make it feel brand new and everything else. And of course, you have the controversy with people with the whole art style, which I have no problem with. But whatever, I get that how that situation is set up for some weird reason. But the thing that killed me is it. And I do not fault Game Crash, Dumbo and Lizard Cube. They had something. They have an established IP. You know how big this established IP is. Why would you want them to defer so much from it? I don't know. It's just like I said with The Last of Us. It's something new. People want to do it. Okay, but this is 26 years in the making. Why would I want to make it so new that people who kept the game alive for that long and even make their own fan made game of it in the community? Why would I try to alienate them?
Because they need to buy our products. That's why. Cease and desist.
Stop.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Stop. But the thing I said that it's kind of weird because it's like, come on, man, just because it's a I didn't IGN I didn't see you guys go crazy with Phantom Overdrive Break or Fight and Rage. Those are new. Those are new IPs that have more. They took more stuff than a usual beat 'em up. They're more of an RPG style beat 'em everything. Did you say great things about them? No, I looked at the reviews. No, so it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You want something new, then you don't want. It's like what? So they would
We
say,
need.
go ahead.
It's like we need a specific game that would cater to us and our need. If it doesn't feed our needs, then it's probably a garbage. As
And
they would,
only us.
but
Yep.
only us. It has to only be us.
Yep.
Screw the whole fan base. I'm like,
Basically,
buddy.
no, you're correct. Basically, that's what it sounds like because you have so many stuff to think. So okay, but then there was a part where they were like saying, Street of Rage stayed too much to his laurels. It didn't experiment too much, and all you do is go around just being people. I'm like, You got to be kidding me, right? That is why it's called a beat 'em up. That's kind of stupid to say that. You go around beat. That's why it's called a beat 'em up. If you go to a shooting game, what do you call it? A shooter.
That is the genre.
Jeez Louise.
I mean, if the genre is called beat 'em ups, then be sure that you're going to have something like that.
So I take it these are pretty much reviewers that are new to the whole IGN staff thing, and probably had no idea what a beat 'em up is supposed to be or what it is about.
I don't know. I didn't look into it too much than that because I after that I Triple M could tell you. After that I was like, that's a stupid. You know what? I'm done.
Yeah, I was done too. But in case of this review, like, did you say there were two people talking about it in video?
No.
No. This was I didn't watch I didn't watch the video of
Oh,
it.
okay.
I didn't watch a video of it. I just wanted to see. I read the article. I didn't watch the video. I just read the review, the written review.
All right. Oh, just the article. Well, it seems like they might as well implement what Doc has been saying. Actually, have a have one person is pro on this, and the other one is con or against, and see how it comes up together.
I doubt that because the people at IGN are a certain type of people, so there's not gonna be. Have you seen the video? You've seen the videos back in the day when it was Brian Altano and with Metro and all that stuff. No, they're not gonna get it. They're not gonna do that.
And here I thought it was
long gone.
and here I thought I was going back to the days with Greg Miller and Colin Moriarty.
Oh, worse than that.
No, that's even worse.
Let's see. Street of Rage 4 had to be FPS with open world map. What up, Bia? No, he was saying he's being sarcastic, of course, in the chat. So, yeah.
Oh, hold on.
It's just stupid.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. And I will say this again, going back to this, I saw another guy who was I think that's you got me confused. I saw a video of a guy who went a deep dive. He got exclusive stuff to the people who make the game. That is cool. That's all right. He did say something in there, and I'll state it like, look, okay, let me help you out here. Again, cause people was like, oh, and I know I'm the minority, but I'm stating this is my opinion. This one is opinion. But people are like, oh, it should have had Rue and Ash in there. Look. Rue, okay, no, I don't. And there's an Ash cameo in one of the boss scenes. No, keep them out. I don't want it. I'll take Rue, but it's because of the climate we are in right now. I don't need Ash. I don't. Let him be where he needs to be.
The climate that we are in. Okay.
Well, yeah. Again, Last of Us. Anyway. So you got that, but the party was saying the guy was like saying, and this is where, like I said, I drawn my DLC stuff. They were saying because you do have Max and Shiva in the game in their new art style, but you only could play with them in their retro arts in a pixelated retro style, and they were like, oh, there might be paid DLCs you could play with our style. That's a no.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that. I don't like that because you basically show me that you have the character, and I'm gonna have to pay. And the character's on my screen. I can see it, and I'm gonna have to pay. No. I'm not down for that.
No, sir. I don't like it.
Exactly. Now, if it's a part of a bundle where you have all the stuff and everything, okay, it's part of the bundle. But if it's by itself, no, I'm not buying. I'm not playing that. Or if it's like, oh, it's a character pack, I'm like, nah. Even if it's a character pack, I'm not buying that. Nope. And again, to the guy who was doing the review when he said about Ash, I'm like, screw Ash. I know Ash would like that too, but screw Ash because hell, you don't even have skates in there. I mean, you have skates in a retro, but in sense, but like I said, like that. So no, nah, should be different. So other than that, though, Shooter Range is what it is. Enjoying the game, loving it. So I just want to go into this article right here because it's something that's been happening lately and lately and lately and lately, and that's why I call it LBC. Nintendo. Okay, I will say this: Nintendo did set themselves up for this, and the reason I say they did set themselves up for this is because they did something in 2017. They released so many games. Now, I know they wasn't gonna keep up that pace. Nobody's gonna keep up that pace. That pace was unprecedented in gaming history.
Yeah,
Okay?
when something begins, it has to have an end.
Yeah. But because of that, because of how many games they released in 2017, you have heard more and more every year that you've heard more and more. Oh, Nintendo's don't have no much games. Nintendo don't have no, like they keep on going further and further and further and further down the road. And I'm like, what are you guys buying? If it's preference, I get that. If it ain't preference, you just talking about overall games. What the hell are y'all doing? And now they're doing the whole nonsense of, oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Now
God.
now they're doing the nonsense of Nintendo didn't have third party games. Well, bitches, third party games on the Switch. Well, we want Nintendo games. The fuck? Make up your
Make up your
mind.
mind.
Exactly. So stupid. Make up
Man.
your mind on that. It's just, oh my goodness, it's so annoying.
And all I hear is crickets chirping.
And the thing is, I don't mind if it's one side that wants these particular third party games and the other side is first party games. I don't mind that because hey, everyone got their sides. But when you see the very same person are basically sidestepping one side to the other, I'm like, okay, I'm
Yeah,
out this.
it is. So let's go through this thing right here and just go through it because you can't. Again, you ain't gonna make everybody happy. I know that, but man, some of the stuff that it's like you choose your misery. That's what it is. It feels like people choose their misery. So we already know what's going on with the whole. The Nintendo took a long time to have a direct, and everybody bitching about the direct, and I did a video about that, and people, and I was correct on that. Now that Nintendo said that they might not have you know, they might and they might not, but they might not have a June thing because E3 was canceled, one and two. What's going on with the virus and everything?
You
Okay,
know what, Buyer 3? That's a good comment. Sorry.
Yeah, no, he's right. That's what I just said. That's literally what I said. 2017 ruined everybody's expectation. They want that high standard all the time. But the thing about it, and I put this in your memory, okay? Nintendo is like a guy who's working hard doing his thing. Sony and Microsoft are like two women who look good on the outside but ugly on the inside. And they get away with a lot of shit. Like typically what happened in the real world. And that's the
Can't
part I
believe
don't like.
I can't believe you put it that way.
Oh, I'll put it that way because it's just they get away with so much crap. Because when you see these guys who's supposed to be journalists or whatever, they always hit Nintendo this way. But I'm like, okay, what about which you're gonna see when we do read the article? What about Sony? What about Microsoft? Sony and Microsoft has never touched Nintendo's way of doing, even from the Wii to the Wii U to the. They have never touched the production of games they put out every year. They have never. Third parties always is the one who always fill the gap. They put like one or two games at the most, maybe three. That's it.
But we have to remember one thing. This is Nintendo. Nintendo doesn't count. I mean, we have to remember the old saying. Well, if there ever was a saying, Nintendo is doomed, gentlemen. We have to get that. They always been doomed.
Yeah, since 1883.
Basically. So basically the article goes as we see right here. Nintendo isn't being secretive. It's funny when people always say, "Oh, Nintendo's being secretive." They don't want to tell nobody. Now there isn't being secretive. They just don't got any games. Really, they ain't got no games.
You know
So
what?
I'm guessing.
Actually, sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead, Renegade.
I was about to say. So I'm guessing, those games that have been showing off on the ED party scene, they don't count, right?
No,
So,
no, they're talking about Nintendo games. So this one is like I said,
oh,
they switched it back. Before it was all you could buy a Nintendo console was for Nintendo games, no third party. Now that they're third party on the console, now we want the Nintendo games, which they're there, but it's not what they wanted. Because if you remember, as I'm saying this right now, go back to when it was back in the Wii to the Wii U when everybody's like, oh, Nintendo's not down with the DLC and all that stuff, whatever. They don't, we get these great games, but they can't expand it. So then now in the Switch era, Nintendo has incorporated having these expansion passes with Pokemon, with
what's the
Pokemon,
right
with
word I'm looking for here?
Breath of the just let me get with Pokemon, with Breath of the Wild, with Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Xenoblade 2. Like they have expansion packs now, so you love the game and you expand it with more story. Now you're getting that now to again, they're padding out the series just like all the other third parties do, but we can't hold them to that standard though.
It's not enough.
Nope. So as let's go.
There's not.
Go ahead.
I was about to say, there's not enough. There's not enough catering to these people.
No, they're not.
These people are not even happy. Nothing makes them happy.
I
About
know.
more, but on a certain scale.
Yep. Well,
Too much is too little, but too little is too much.
I hear you. Well, here we go. Our reader offers a theory of why Nintendo hasn't had any new announcement for so long. What is so long? And what to expect for 2020.
So let me get this straight. Actually, I didn't want to name drop any YouTuber, but I got to. Remember Angry Joe? Remember Joe when you said that that's so the very first time that Sony dropped from E3, it was like, oh no, they dropped out of E3 because they got something big planned for them by themselves, and that was before this whole situation of CCP virus happened. But I digress. Can't do that for Nintendo. I digress.
I know. So let me see. I see that Microsoft has their first proper Xbox X Series reveal event planned for next week, and the inevitable list of hopes and guesses. Okay, but that's not games. That's not games. As to what they show off.
Tech demos?
Have started to flood the internet. Really? Have they really flooded the internet? I don't think so, sir. Expect it to turn out they won't even have any first party games there. So they won't have the games. So Nintendo makes first party games. So I'm telling you, the Xbox and PlayStation get away with a lot of shit. Holy crap.
That is
okay.
Right there.
This is like the severe battered wife mentality thing.
Basically.
I'm not knocking. Okay. Let me make a disclaimer. I'm not knocking on the real people that go to that BS, but this is like the sort of mentality thing that these people carry. And big companies are like, let's just go ahead and abuse these people, but they don't seem to really care.
Basically,
and
again, they will call us Nintendo fanboys. Again, that is not an insult to me, so I don't win it. But you call me that, but or as Trip was saying before we went live, corporate slaves. I'm like, are you kidding me? At least I know what games are coming compared to what Xbox is. Because the funny part, again, they bought all these studios 2 years ago. We barely see any games. The last game they released, that was a first. Well, they released 2 first party games. And they were one was basically and the other one was a flop, which was Sea of Thieves. That flopped, and of course Crackdown. But Crackdown was like and it was a blip on the screen, and then it gone. Nobody really cared too much. That's
ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this right here, you can't write this. Oh wait, it's written.
Smart ass. But that's the part I'm talking about. Like how that nonsense, how that goes. You see what I'm saying? Sony has couple games. Don't get me wrong, but what you have one or two couple of games. Like right now, 2020, you have Ghost of Tsushima, which we don't know how that with that thing, or Last of Us. Okay, that's two games. You have that. Okay. Then the next big games are Resident Evil 3 and Final Fantasy 7 remake, which are third party games.
And they've already come out.
Yeah, but it is what it is. And Phil Spencer did said you brought up all this stuff, and he said for the first 2 years of the Xbox X series, they're not gonna be first party games. So you're gonna be 4 years with a drought. Anybody gonna write articles on that? But
But,
I have watched enough of these things by now to know that you should not always expect nothing, and even then to be prepared for disappointment. Well, why are you writing the fucking article?
I need to share my pain because Nintendo hasn't announced anything.
I was about to say, is this going to be some sort of thesis?
Well, he said theory, so let's see what his theory is. Oh boy. People have been expecting Microsoft to reveal a massive wave of games all generation. Exactly. And basically, as soon as Phil Spencer took over, and we had absolutely nothing. Oh, thank you. Okay, before I go further, how the heck did Microsoft?
Hold on. Before you go, ladies and gentlemen, if I could actually give you a visual representation of what I am doing right now, I am basically doing the double face palm as Picard.
Okay. You're okay. So you're writing about Microsoft and all the stuff, but then how did that weave to Nintendo if you just said for this whole generation and get absolutely nothing? You stating this. You are stating this. Obviously, go. What are you gonna say, Renee? It's just weird how people write stuff and then they don't catch what it's writing. But go ahead.
I just need to express how I feel. That's why I'm writing this article.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Obviously, they have to show off some games next week. No, they don't. According to, you just stated up there that we have watched this enough to know to have disappointment. You just stated that. So what makes you think they have to show off next week? They don't. They show third party, first party. They announce it, and then you wait 2 years to get it. Oh my goodness! Next week, but I'm betting on 1 or 2 major reveals at most. I reveals so you won't get to play in the next 2 years, with the rest being cross-gen stuff and games we've already known about, but might not have seen, such like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Okay. If I'm expecting to be disappointed, if expecting to be disappointed sounds too pessimistic, the best way to think about this is to consider Occam's razor. Okay, don't try to be all geniusy now and try to be smart with this shit now. But the idea that most likely explanation for something is also the simplest one, which is why I like to talk about Nintendo. Okay, you just said a lot of stuff up here about Xbox. Okay, let's do a little compare and contrast in the rest of the reading. Let's go now and read the rest.
Okay, someone in the live chat basically said, "Is this article against Nintendo or the Xbox?"
I know, right? But it's against. Yeah. I just showed it. I just showed what up to the top. It's about Nintendo. That's Nintendo.
But I feel so it's against my brain, so I'll just add to that.
No, that's funny. Oh, that is funny shit right there.
Okay, continue.
I think you need a helmet, man.
I know, right? This one,
Sorry,
this one is a helmet one. Okay,
I'm not wearing it, so I'm just turning to mush. Unfortunately,
the
well, only
rumor,
the outside.
the rumors,
Renegade, you're alive?
Yeah, I'm alive.
the rumor this week suggests that they will not have a direct in their usual E3 spots and may not have one until late summer, almost a year since the last one. Wow, you really know your years. Well, over that since major new games was announced, there were various exciting sounding theories as to why they are being so secretive. They are, you know what, from the new console to to a streaming service to some kind of major team up with Microsoft and another technology company. I don't believe any of it. Yeah, you shouldn't, because I don't believe it either.
Either pie in the sky.
It takes a while to make games, sir. As Xbox, as you just stated up in the upper part of the article. The coronavirus is absolutely a part of the problem. Thank you for acknowledging that. But it also seems to be a contributing factor. Well, yes, it is. If you can't come together and the government shut you down, how you gonna make your games? Same.
They don't.
After all,
Magic.
there were no coronavirus last year. Well, technically speaking, yes, there were in China,
Sure.
but we digress. Or even really in the first 2 months of this year. Yes, they were. What the hell?
Oh my goodness.
Whoa! You rewriting history now?
No. Wait, that. Wait, I am sorry, but actually, I shouldn't even apologize that because I'm just gonna point out that what he just wrote basically undermined what he wrote earlier.
That is the coronavirus, sir, was happening when China released the damn thing. It was in freaking November of last year, and it's been
But they
going on
told me it
for-
was the Orange Man.
Yeah, I know, but jeez. Anyway, so 2 months this year when Nintendo was being equally secretive and for no obvious reason. What is this secretive thing?
What?
One, Japan was shutting down back in January. Okay, so Nintendo being in Japan, that was happening. Let you know that first. Two is what secret stuff? They got games to come out. They're gonna come out when it comes out.
So yes.
Jeez.
What they mean is the thing in their heads that they want to become reality but won't. And then they'll make more articles about why it didn't.
Basically. Except for the obvious reason. Go ahead,
But
Trevor.
hold on, Liger. But to say that they're being secretive for no obvious reason at all. I'm sorry. How about to point out that maybe you don't want to show something so early that you're not even done yet that you have to extend that all the way to the backside that now we finally got it ready to release. Like, yeah. No point for being secretive at all.
Except for the reason is obvious. The reason they're not showing any games is that they have no games to show. Oh, wow, you're such a genius. Clearly, they're working on many things. Exactly. That's what Trip just said, and that's what we talk about. Although they only officially mentioned Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, Metroid Prime 4, Bayonetta 3, but you're naming stuff which is years away. How you know that? You don't know that. You don't know if it's years away.
I can't because
according to everyone, all this stuff is gonna come with the next console. How do they know that? They just do. Supposedly.
After having been started again from scratch.
Metroid Prime 4.
Metro. Okay, Metro. Okay, I didn't see the period. Sorry. So Metro Prime 4 is 4 years from. No, well, again, I already don't. Say they didn't start from scratch. They had to do some stuff over because they were going towards more shooter like, which Tanabe was not liking it. Which I'm with him. Don't. It's an adventure game, not a damn shooter.
And no, people, this is not their Halo. So don't make it more like Halo.
Jeez.
Well,
Anyway.
they did, and people didn't like it. But now they're going to complain if there's no online component.
Yeah.
Isn't
Whatever.
that something?
So Metro Prime 4 is 4 years ago, blah blah blah. That's off a scratch. And while it shouldn't be that long for Bayonetta 3, has to give no indication it'll be out this year. You don't know. Did you? Okay. Did you understand Bayonetta 2 when people when out of nowhere they came and they got the direct and then bam, it was there. Come on, man. You don't remember that? Of course you won't. You say you're a Nintendo fan, whatever.
You got a case of the brownies.
Basically.
Yeah.
Oh,
Those must be
boy.
some powerful brownies.
Breath of the Wild 2 might be penciling for this year, but I think one of the main reasons for the current radio silence is that it takes longer than expected and isn't ready for this year. Okay, if that happens, it happens. Mostly Nintendo tells you, just like they told you about Metroid. If they're gonna back it up, they'll tell you. Have they not?
Shoot, they had a video with some people in charge addressing it.
I'm just saying, whenever Nintendo does a delay, do they not tell people?
They do.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
they do.
And then people twist it.
Jeez. But they I expected this year. Literally on what is this? Iterated on an old game with the intention to make expansion pack like sequels is something Nintendo has done multiple times before and end up with all the classics like Zelda's Majora's Mask and well, that was a different era, man. Come on.
Hmm.
And again, let's be honest. No, Super Mario Galaxy 2 was it sold very well, whatever. But that revisionist history kills me. No, but Zelda Majora's Mask didn't light up the charts when it first came out. It did on the 3DS, but it didn't when it came out on 3DS. It lighted up there, but it didn't do it when it came out. So let's not pretend it was a great thing. Now, come on.
Yeah, when it came out, people weren't jiving with it because it was too different. It took about a decade or so later for them to deem it a classic.
Yeah, by that definition, Majora's Mask shouldn't be an all-time classic, but more like a cult classic.
Yeah.
But
You
don't
can say the
count
same for a lot of other things that now suddenly has millions of fans.
Yeah, revisionist history, all right.
Yep. It also ended up with both games taking much longer than originally planned. What? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Majora's Mask was 1 year.
exactly. And Super Mario Galaxy 2, I didn't hear anything indicating that it took longer than expected.
Wait, when did it come out? When did the first one come out? 2007, 8? So 2-3 years for a second one.
Yeah, and the thing about it is as we all know, how they said the story was we were gonna do an expansion, but then they had so many good ideas, they redid it. That's what they did. So they wanted to fill out the whole game. The problem is that suddenly Nintendo has no other games to take Breath of the Wild's place.
What does that sentence have to mean? What does he mean by that sentence?
Or at least none as high profile. What?
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
Breath of the
scratching my
Wild is
head
Breath of
on
the
that
I mean, Legend of Zelda is Legend of Zelda. It's one of their top IPs. Yes, what you expect? There's nothing gonna really move that spot. No. Other than Mario, that's about it. We can't say Metroid because Metroid is not up there with that. It is a top tier, but it's not top tier with Zelda. Mario and
So you
Smash.
forget-
Mario, Smash,
you
and Mario
forget-
Kart are the other games that would be up there with Zelda when it comes to that setup. Go ahead, we say Anson.
Now you forget that due to revisionist history, in their minds, every single one of these IPs makes $1 million or billion, but then they get shafted for the Jumpman.
So let's continue. Let me see. Space.
Yeah, this is a
That
head
would not.
scratcher.
That wouldn't normally be a problem, except this Christmas they have the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox X Series to go up against. No, that what that gotta do with Nintendo? How much time has Reggie? How much time Iwata, rest his soul? How much time Iwata, Shigeru Miyamoto said, they're not our competitions.
Different demographic.
Different demographics, and they do things different from what we're doing.
Shit. Reggie doesn't even work there anymore, and he still tells people the same thing.
What? Okay,
Now
PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5 comes out at the end of the year. Okay, they might get Last of Us and all these whatever. They might have a couple games. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They're gonna be mostly third parties, but okay, Xbox ain't gonna got no first party game. We know that, as you stated up at the beginning of the article. So why the heck? Just because you have a new flashy console, that's what's gonna stop it from playing a game? Are you crazy?
Look at the pretty lights, though.
Basically,
Mesmerized.
that's what it is. You basically said it. That makes no logical sense.
And I know there are people saying, well, they've been buying up all these studios. Yeah, and doing nothing with them.
Yep. I was
But
like, you know
that's
what?
heavily-
I would have given this writer a benefit of the doubt if there was some game announcement for the other platforms. Still nothing.
Again, Nintendo, Sony and PlayStation, Sony and Xbox combined from since 6th gen up to whatever, because to remember, they have not combined in putting out games as much as Nintendo has. Nowhere close. Nowhere close. As you say in these party games. So now that because two consoles are coming out, Breath of the Wild becomes irrelevant. I doubt that. People wanting to play Breath of the Wild are going to play Breath of the Wild, no matter if they get a shiny console or not.
But it's
Breath of
Now
the
then
Wild-
aside, I find it weird that most of the people making all these complaints are part of the PC master race. Guess when you're up on the mountain with nothing better to do except brag about your rigs, you gotta see what the other
Yeah,
guys
but
are
I
doing.
got that. But this is more console setup here because again, he's talking about PlayStation and Xbox Series, Xbox 5 and whatever. So Breath of the Wild would have been fine in the situation, but Pikmin 4, a new Paper Mario. Oh yeah, to be controversial like the last Paper Mario that y'all bitched about. Freaking hell. Whatever other secondhand stringer they have as a backup, not so much. Again, love how you said Paper Mario, where people a lot of people was against the Paper Mario. No, I love the game, so I'm different, but yeah, I know a lot of people had their gripes about it.
Give us 1,000-year door HD.
Basically,
God.
I'm
If-
surprised the article hasn't mentioned the other thing people keep saying they want, but they won't actually buy.
well, we'll see right now.
F-Zero.
Let me see. If that's all they got, better keep the secret until the last minute so that even crumbs from the master table seems tasty proportion. What the fuck are you?
What? Okay,
You
all right.
overthinking this shit, dude. Seriously.
I'm like, by that definition, you might as well say, well, the PlayStation 5 and and Xbox Series X is doing the same thing, as in once they since they already showed the console, but once they announce the release date, they're gonna announce these unannounced games as well.
Whatever. The alternative is having Sony and Microsoft fanboys mocking the Switch lineup for the rest of the year. They don't have no games. Why would you mock it? All you have is a console coming out. What are you mocking?
Okay.
The power. The power.
You can't do nothing with the power if you ain't got games.
Now, let me get this straight. Writer, are you basically saying that you're comparing the supposedly these next generation consoles, these next generation consoles lineup to the Switch launch lineup?
What lineup?
Am I getting this straight?
No. That's not what he's talking, because that's not the way
I know, but you know,
they're not. Nobody's gonna touch the Switch's lineup, or should I say lineup here? Nobody, because that's a lot of they hold back and they put a lot of games out that year. We know that, and that's what I said. That's why I prefaced this up top and said Nintendo did set a precedent for doing this, but now people saw that and like enjoyed it so much that they wanted to continue for the next. Like, they can't keep up that pace. Nobody can. And again, do you think I give a rat's ass or what other people on it? Okay, I'll be honest. These are the type of Nintendo fans that makes the system. These are the same ones that ask for, hey Nintendo, let's go online with this stuff. Nintendo, I'll pay for it. These are the ones who made the Switch lesser than the Wii U in my regards, in a lot of the stuff with the online and everything, with the hacking and everything. These are the people who asked for this nonsense, and now they're like, oh well, Nintendo could have done better. And all that. Shut up. Y'all's the one who got it the way it is right now. Literally.
We had it better.
We had a good thing, and y'all destroyed it.
Yeah, these are the same people that killed it, and they're proud of that too. And now they think just because of them, the Switch is a success.
Yeah, right. That's a lie. But also, like I said, why do I care that Sony and Microsoft fanboys are mocking it? With what? We got games. What are you talking about? Xenoblade Chronicles is coming out. Street of Rage is the same as we just pointed out. Street of Rage 4 is the best. Is on like all the other consoles. Hell,
you know.
So what?
As a Nintendo fan, I'm actually more concerned of the other platforms.
Basically.
Yeah, what are the games?
And I do not mean that, or don't misconstrue it as me mocking. No, I am genuinely concerned because it's all about the games, right?
I'm not concerned. That's what you choose, you buy. That's why I said when everybody was like, oh, the direct drought. Wait, you have other consoles, right? Well, play the games. You have a PC, right? Well, play games. There's so many games out there. You ain't no way. Again, as much as a Nintendo fan I am, and all the Nintendo exclusives that I bought for the Switch, I've still not beaten all of them. Are you kidding me? Unless you really ain't got a job and you really do that online stuff that much, which proud for you for doing that. I don't have that time because I'm an adult and I have to pay my bills and shit. And YouTube is not my bills. I don't know. Every average person don't live your life, homie.
Yeah, even with the Corona quarantine.
There's so many games I have to put in. No way.
Actually, you should rephrase that as in, do you have a backlog? And that doesn't mean of what.
Hell, I got a backlog still on the Wii U, 3DS, and PlayStation Vita.
I was about to say that shouldn't be the case for any type of specific consoles. Just do you have a backlog? You say yes. Okay, play those then.
And I don't have a PlayStation or Xbox, and I have a backlog of games to play. And if you look at my Switch, I play basically on average maybe about 2 hours to 5 hours a day on average. So I play more than the numbers suggested for hardcore gaming because I play way more on Saturdays and Sundays. So it's just like I care what those guys say. I don't. Comparing the Switch to what? You're comparing it to what? It's like you're comparing water to, I mean, sand because you can't drink it. That's the way I look at it. Again, Ghost of Tsushima. It looks like a good game. Like I said, when it comes out again, when PlayStation 5 come out, I might buy PlayStation 4. I might pick up on that and all this stuff. But come on now, there's no big setup like that. I mean, Last of Us never was a game that I was. I saw the first game. I saw the story was pretty good, but two was just not. I'm not biting the chops for two. Even before the leak happened, I wasn't biting on the chops. So what are you talking about? But I got my Pokemon expansion pack, which is coming 2 phases. I have my Breath of the Wild 2, as you just stated. I have Xenoblade Chronicles, the definitive version just coming. That's gonna come out. I have also Fire Emblem. We got the 2 months ago we got the expansion for Fire Emblem, and I've still not beaten the game. As Anderson is trying to go through the whole of his, because it's not just one playthrough. You can play as many different characters. It has so much stuff, plus the third parties, which is Trials of Mana, Street of Rage.
Panzer Dragoon.
Third parties don't count.
No, I know. I'm just saying. But I'm talking about of all. That's my point. You have games coming out for all, so it's kind of weird.
Let me also add to that. You know, there are certain titles that have a amazing replayability. So you probably know that, son. Oh wait, you don't. You're only cherry picking at this point.
Basically, and also don't forget, even with that, with like I said, with the replay, like they are also, follow me now, people. They're also exclusive second party indie games that's only on Nintendo. They're not on any other console. So you got games to play if that's it is. If you have a preference, I understand it. I can't argue that. But reading the article here, this is not about that preference. It's just dick measuring, literally.
Contact.
Unfortunately, that is most people's preferences. What's popular, not what might I like individually, myself as a person.
You know, I was about to add to it's probably emotional preference. Let's just go with that idea. Oh wait, no. Let's just go.
Wait. Just emotionally preference. You know, it's that emotion is very fluid, right?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay. Just saying.
Anyway,
I made out the other way.
You know, I'm just only basing off what I'm just seeing here and listening to.
I would say it's the Switch lineup. So let me see. So the Sony fanboys market the Switch lineup up to the rest of the year. And they only market it because majority of them ain't got shit to play either, but constantly comparing it to the next generation launch of games. Which, yes, is it gonna be prettier? Yes, it's gonna be whatever. Yes, but as I've seen me and Andre put it in with our what do you call it? In Street of Rage. Look at Street of Rage, and that's again indie third-party small setup studio. That thing has more better AI than most of these big ass games.
And it's a beat 'em up of all things.
Not a shooter. Oh, sorry, my bad.
So,
Or a game like Just X.
So how would you, gentlemen? How would you compare the AI to Streets of Rage 4 to Fallout 76?
Those guys are Harvard grads. Okay, those guys are Harvard grads compared to Fallout 76. Okay. You ever heard of the special yellow bus? They had a special yellow bus behind the special yellow bus. That's what Fallout 76 AI is. All right?
Damn.
So would you say the AI in Streets of Rage 4 is more advanced than that?
Well, it is because me and Andre I talked about this. The thing is, look, I thought like the old school Street of Rage that if you throw a weapon, they're basically gonna get hit. No, they catch the weapons now.
Oh,
they catch the weapons. And
but I'm sorry, Blagger, but okay, by 3. You're wrong for that. You are wrong for that.
what?
Renegade put it this way: The AI in Streets of Rage 4 is smarter than an entire school system of California.
My
Of course, you would
goodness.
say that. No, but you got to be careful when you get to a certain stage, Renegade. If you say you're gonna get a game, because what happened is I thought again that happened. So I said, okay. Well, there was a part where the guy has the person has and this is a regular mook. This is not even the more harder mooks. These are the regular mooks, the regular people you see the ball-headed Donovans and stuff. Where you see the beginning of the game. He had a hammer. I threw a bat with nails at him. He dropped the hammer, caught the bat, threw it right back at me. I was like, son of a, holy crap.
Oh,
I didn't even know you could do that.
I didn't even know they can do that.
You know now, so you got to be careful. Yeah, I was like, what? So that's smart compared to what Fallout 76 and all the other people doing. And I have not seen no glitches yet. I'm not saying it ain't because every game has that because how codes are written. But I've not seen that yet. It's run smooth as possible on my Switch as Digital Foundry, which I didn't need them to tell me. Oh well, it runs just as good as the PlayStation 4. Oh, whoopee! It's a hand drawn art style.
Ain't it funny? Ain't it funny? People are always talking about power. We need more power to do more things. We have all the power in the world. We can't do stuff like that with AI. But then you have an indie company do something like that with a cutie beat 'em up game. Putting all these big devs to shame, and yet the big devs still get all this worship for some reason.
Yep.
It's a third party worship that pretty much put us all in the situation we're in now.
I know. Compared to the next generation launcher games, but you can't mock what you don't know. So why you really, dude? You're bad at this.
I was about to say that why
you even writing it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my reading of the situation anyway. If Nintendo had anything solid to talk about, they wouldn't be so secretive about it. Oh, says you. Since even they wouldn't realize it was worrying people about their Switch long-term purchases. Are you kidding me? Please, sir, stop. Sir, here's the point. If that's the case, why the hell is Switch selling out all over the place? If they didn't care about their long-term purchases, huh?
I have no freaking idea.
I'm just saying. And then you had Fire Emblem.
I was
Go ahead.
I was like, I was just going to add what you just said, but if this is the case, then you wouldn't even have scalpers using bots trying to buy Switches in bulk.
Yeah. That's not that people trust me. People see the games they want to see. They have expansions, they're free DLC, whatever. Let me get this straight. We had what games we had for Sony? I mean, other than Spider-Man that I know of. But the later half of the year, did any major first-party Sony game came out? Please, if somebody tell me, you can look it up. I don't, because I don't want to lose the page, but I haven't. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll put that first. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Scout Sauna.
Because you had Fire Emblem Three Houses. Okay, you have Fire Emblem Three Houses. You have Pokemon Sword and Shield. You had a Ring Fit, which is also selling like crazy, and that's a Nintendo IP. But if you don't want to exercise, that's you. Preferences, I get that.
Fat asses.
I get that.
Should we mention 1-2 Switch?
That doesn't count. Remember?
Yeah, that don't count for what I'm doing right now. But yeah,
that's right. You're right.
Yeah. So I'm just saying you have that.
People are scalping the Ring for Ring Fit.
Yeah, and then you have Animal Crossing. All right, so that's that right there.
Mario Maker 2 and the Super Mario 2 update and the Make Your Own
No, I'm not about the update. I'm not talking about the game release because that's what I was going to get that to second. My point was that's basically, let me see, Fire Emblem House, as we said. We have that. They have Pokemon Sword and Shield. We have Ring Fit. We have Animal Crossing. Okay, 4 games. What Xbox have released in that time? What have Sony released in that time? Now, third-party games, yeah, and so the Switch have a lot of those third-party games as well too. Not the Resident Evil 3, not the Final Fantasy remake, but they have other games that came out that was pretty cool, just like Trials of Gold Steel is gonna be coming out with that, and you're gonna have Trials of Mana. You have all these other games, and then you get a lot of indie games that are pretty cool as well too. But as if you're comparing the big name games, you don't have that. And going to what Anderson just said, every one of those games has an expansion. Mario Maker has this. You just got a lot of stuff with Mario Maker. Fire Emblem has the expansion. Sword and Shield has the expansion. Animal Crossing giving you free updates all now.
All season, baby.
So that's just crazy that you would say that. The long-term prospects. I think a lot of people will understand they got a lot of long-term prospects.
That's already.
I'm not saying that this is the right choice. Well, you're not. It's not the right choice because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. But it's one constant with what Nintendo has done in the past.
Man, that's a bad thing. What else?
They have done. That's my point. That's literally what I just said. They've been doing this all the time. So why are you griping now? Again, the fault is on Nintendo for giving y'all 2017. That's the only thing I would say.
2017 blowout.
That was it.
Yeah, man, but that was to make it for 2015. Wah.
Or 2012. Where?
I'm not saying, and I'm not saying this to the right choice, but it's one constant with what Nintendo has done in the past. Consistent what they've done in the past. And if they have a Nintendo Direct before August, I predict that it only will be for minor games like Mario 3D World Deluxe and the rumored Super Mario All-Stars 2. Ain't those games? That's the whole point. That's Nintendo's games. Those are games. You actually Nintendo ain't got games. That's the games. Take it or leave it, son of a bitch. Jeez. Pat,
How are you
suck.
assuming gender?
You suck, sir. You suck. I'm saying.
They just got the joke.
Go ahead, Triple.
I was about to say if you could have scroll up. You've already scrolled all the way up because I did see something on the side on your screen that I mentioned.
I know. I know. I don't even want to entertain that stupid thought.
Okay.
Basically,
Yes.
what? All right.
No. It was the only show. We're not gonna go on that.
No. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, hell no. That's a long ass. I'm looking at the article. No, that's too long for me to go through all that shit. That's another time.
Wait,
But basically, they're
what?
asking. No, they're saying Zelda will be better if Link had a gun. You can't make these people happy.
What the heck? Wrong with these people?
You sure this ain't a parody site?
No, it's not a parody.
No, it's
site.
not.
This has to be a joke.
No,
This has to be a joke.
Man,
No.
people are jokes.
no, it is. Zelda will be better if he had a gun. If Link had a gun.
No, wouldn't.
And showing us an
Of course,
image
the
of Link's crossbow
They're
training.
showing a
I'm
crossbow
like,
training. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, because that was a weapon. But they're talking about gun, and the article. Like I
Gun.
said, the article is just is too long because if it was this little short thing, I would go that. But they go. Nah.
You know what?
nah,
It's
nah.
I
I look what they're showing. That's what they're showing. Modern Zelda. That's exactly what I don't want. Hell no.
And you know what? It's ironic that there's advertisement of the topic at hand. That's on top of the article. Oh.
We don't need another damn shooter. We have too many goddamn shooters. Modern
Doom-
Zelda.
Sure. Modern Zelda.
Oh heck no!
The Master Sword will be
Urban Zelda. This is what it is.
Instead of just going out in a green hoodie, some baggy jeans, and
Is that supposed to be Zelda? I'm thinking.
You know what? I got to give it to Red Fox because steampunk is better than this. Just
That's supposed to be the.
No.
Oh Lord.
Link would be a modern day Rambo, though. I could see it. Floating arrows.
What is supposed to be Ganondorf?
Eh.
I'm just looking. We're looking at the video.
yeah.
wow.
And that's supposed to be Zelda, of course.
Oh my god, what is this?
You can't see because it's different. It's different.
Wait, that's Link?
No, that's not Link. That's supposed to be a bad guy. Link is the bike. So you can see the green. Look like Master Chief.
Excellent. Let's test his resolve, shall we?
Wow. Oh, this is stupid.
Oh no. Oh. This sucks. Oh.
What you say?
You know, it'd be funny if this was a Grand Theft Auto directed by Michael Bay. I could see this.
Don't give people ideas now.
Well, they already have ideas.
Yeah.
This is an idea.
That's how it's done, baby. Get up.
This is an idea. Don't give ideas. This is an
You
idea.
know
Yeah.
what,
They-
gentlemen? I'm
That this
if,
will take. This will take.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if the
This.
director. Gentlemen, I'm not sure whether the directors are still alive, but the people who directed the Super Mario Brothers movie way back in the day. Could you imagine if they directed something like this?
No.
Let's take the Zelda IP, but then let's change it. Let's give it the Super Mario Brothers treatment. Oh. Oh no.
Oh wow. Really?
Dispatch, do you copy? I've located the target.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dispatch.
What if the
Wait.
Should be dead in 5 minutes.
Hylian Knight's coming in now?
This is what y'all want Zelda to be in feet.
So dumb. Oh,
Like I said before, this definitely.
So
come out-
Navi's one of the dispatches.
Ladies and gentlemen, Navi is Oracle. Gotta put in that DC nod. In.
Okay, so they took Breath of the Wild's freeze.
Navi, I did it.
Yep, Navi's Oracle, like you said.
Get it! Drop it, Link!
Why does it look like this is taking place in LA?
Because it always is. It's LA.
Drop it!
Home of the hipster cancer.
Now!
I was about to say, LA is basically the future of the US.
Oh hell, please no. So what's that? The gun, what that gun was? The master gun?
What? I'm not checking out. Well, no, I'm gonna have to check out the video later. But if I were to guess, just to take a look at the comment section, I could imagine at least one or two people saying, "I want this to be Zelda." Well then, and what's stopping you from creating your own ideas?
Nope.
Why take another? Why
This
take
is,
another?
but this is exact. This is exactly what I was talking about. What I'm saying with Trip and everything is like they was said. These are the people who said, "Oh, if Nintendo, like, let's put it this way, these are the people who say, oh my, if say Nintendo goes bankrupt right now, and it ain't gonna happen, but just say that it does, right?
No, hostile takeover.
No, bankrupt. Stop. Anyway, say Nintendo go bankrupt right now, and they had to sell their IPs because Hostile Takeover won't sell their IPs. If they had to sell their IPs, and Zelda goes out, and somebody took it and make it into this, they're gonna be like, oh yes, we're gonna get some great new stuff and something new. And then when they get it, like, this ain't the Zelda we want. I'm like, exactly.
Really.
That's the whole point. That's why you see me say it to with Last of Us. Yeah, it's their game. Let them do what they want to do with it. I don't
This
care.
is Liger. This is just like what's that called? Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts all over again.
No,
It's
no.
worse than that.
Thank,
No, but
thank
this is
Kanoshi.
no, but this is way worse, sir. I'm just doing the comparison.
You mentioned the Super Mario Brothers film.
Yes.
You know, as bad as that film is, I'd rather watch that than what I'm seeing here right now.
So he took.
Yeah.
He's basically take the blood.
From
so he's
Zelda.
creating from Link now,
Oh, from the
and of course, and then he's gonna do his power. So he's Ganondorf. So that's Ganondorf.
Yeah, Dr. Feelgood, what the heck are we watching?
Doc, get your ass in here.
Not really.
No. Stay away.
These three forces. A wish is granted.
This is
I'll become unstoppable.
F.
And I rule.
no. I'm just I did the comparison with this to the Super Mario Brothers movie. But what is this? That the girl that's playing Zelda, she kind of reminds me of that one game from the PlayStation 3. What's that called? The
Heavenly Sword?
No. It's supposed to be a Zelda-like game,
What?
which combines fantasy, and then there's the main character, which is a woman that's fighting robots.
Oh, Horizon
Near
Zero Dawn.
Automata?
Horizon
one?
Zero Dawn. Yeah, there you go. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Thank you, Princess.
You never stopped.
Yeah, Doc, this is if a Zelda game, if Link has a gun in a Zelda game, that's all I'm saying.
It's your fault we're watching this, you know?
We take back Hyrule.
Urban
Oh
Zelda.
no, I didn't tell Liger to click on it.
But you
Yeah.
directed it to him.
That's what you're
it.
seeing. That's what you're seeing now. It's just, oh my god, that's just you know what? No, let Nintendo have what they have. Okay, let them do what they want to do. Oh my goodness.
What? Why do I feel drained? After just seeing that, it's like I just suddenly feel drained. Oh Lord! Not only do you have to,
The good, the
okay,
bad,
not
the
only
ugly.
well, not only you have the patented helmet, but you need what's it? I was gonna say bodysuit, but that's not gonna work.
It was about disinfection.
That
It is what it is. Look, it is what it is. All I'm laughing is like Trailer, Legend of Zelda, Shadow the Hedgehog. Trailer 83 says, "Are they smoking something or smoking something about Zelda being better if they had a gun?" That's what they're saying. If this version of Zelda makes it to Smash, no, I don't want this Zelda to be a Smash.
Wait, so
I mean-
people complain there's too many characters in Smash to use swords, so they want more characters to use guns to offset the balance or something?
I was
I
about
don't
to
get
say
it.
we already have Solid Snake.
Yeah. Seriously, what is this? Dr. Feelgood, The Legend of Zelda in the Future. Dr. Feelgood, The Good, the Bad, and the Fan Fiction. Good one on that one. Good one on that one, 23. Oh, this is Breath of the Wild 2. BS said this is Breath of the Wild 2.
no.
Now we have all these races. Oh, now we have all these lost races because of the future Zelda. LBC, baby. LBC.
LBC.
I forgot. I found the clip trip, but I remember I got it, but it's on my phone. It's not on my PC to put. It killed your brain cells, son. It killed your brain cells.
Brain cells.
I need to put that. I need to get a clip on on my PC. It killed your brain cells, son. It kills your brain cells. Jeez. Ah.
Well, right now it's also killing my sperm count.
Oh my
Anyway,
goodness.
hey guys, like I said, so you see what we're seeing. Hey, we just went through that. I'm surprised. Hopefully, shout outs to Lazy One and Metal Mint, which I'm surprised Metal Mint isn't in here with his nonsense. Because I know that hopefully you guys will comment later with your helmets. Because this was some helmets. It won't be, but this is just crazy. Like you can't live shit. You can't live good shit alone. Y'all just gotta just. Oh.
Oh heck no, Renegade! This is worse. This is worse than the Super Mario Brothers movie.
It is.
Now all of a sudden I'm thinking about the Mortal Kombat those two movies.
Annihilation
was bad. First one was good. That second
good.
one, no.
Yeah.
It's also on Netflix right now.
And they try to remake, and they're right now trying to remake Mortal Kombat again. I'm like, oh boy.
There's also that animated movie that just came out.
Didn't see that.
That was Alloy. That looked like a fan-made Horizon Zero Dawn movie. I agree.
I don't know. I don't care. I'm just crazy that Link had a gun and then he had and that was Ganondorf. Like, huh?
What is it with always taking villains and putting them in suits and making them not as ugly as they are in the games?
Hey, you know, man, they're corporate overlords.
Anyway, I think that's enough brain cells, guys. I don't want to mess up the rest of your week, so I'll leave you with that nonsense. That was crazy, but hey, it is what it is, and good God, it's just ridiculous.
Bless you.
The corona didn't get me, but this video did.
Oh Lord!
Somebody spray some disinfectant.
Anyway, like I said, hey, it is what it is. 2020. Look, there are games. Like I said, I got Shooter Range. I got Trials of Mana coming. I have the expansion of Pokemon. Pokemon Fire Emblem. I already beat the expansion, but I'm adding on the stuff to it. I have Ring Fit to keep on playing. I have that. The other people have got played Animal Crossing and enjoy the free updates because that's not my game. But hey, it is for some people and it's cool. There are games to play, people. You have Xenoblade Chronicles coming by the end of the month. Trials of Cold Steel coming in June. Hell, Indecisible, which was not, it didn't came out on Switch, came out on PlayStation, whatever. That's coming to the Switch in June as well. Do you have games? Play
Indivisible?
Indivisible, sorry.
I thought that game leaked already.
I was gonna
I know the
also
physical.
add-
I know the physical's coming out in June. That's all I know.
Yeah.
And then you have the Shantae game that Floyd was talking about on the 7 Sirens. It's like, okay, didn't even know about that.
Yeesh, how many games is this so far? 5?
You know, I was gonna also add to that. If you don't have any certain games on your list, there's always sales which they have on certain stores. There's also that.
Not for these. For these people. These people don't want it. These people want the most popular games, man.
Well,
they want to be like.
I'm just shit. Yeah, I know, but I'm just only giving out a shout out. I'm just only giving out to those that are connoisseurs like us.
I think if they're connoisseurs like us, they know where to find games. It's kind of like I don't want to insult their intelligence. They know where to find games if they want the games to go look.
Sorry,
us, no. I don't. We are right, but other people, they don't. These people, the guy who wrote that article, no, that's not gonna happen.
He wishes.
He care about what Sony and Microsoft gonna do, which I give a rat's ass what they're gonna do. You're gonna show me a new shiny new plastic. Whoopee. Where's the game? Again, I've said it multiple times. I don't care if you have a damn Lamborghini or a McLaren in your damn driveway. If you ain't got gas, you ain't going nowhere. And the gas is the software. So I don't give a rat's ass. I
Yeah.
have BS like I have games to buy. I don't have money, brother. Feel the burn like all of us.
I know. And I'm also feeling guilty of it because I just spent like I don't want to say a certain amount, but I just bought 9 games in the course of in the course of 4 weeks, physical,
Okay.
that were on
Nine.
sale.
Okay. 9 games. What was it? Yeah. 9 times out of 60. Yeah, that's a lot.
I'm just
If
saying we
you're not
have.
Asian, don't do math.
Yeah.
Top of my head. Top
I'm
of my
just,
head.
I'm just saying, there's enough games and enough stuff to do for everybody. So it's just weird when people say these stuff. That article was just, it was just basically a dick measuring contest. Like, do I care? I gotta care what other people's thinking. I don't care what they're thinking. Let them have their fun. Let them have their console. Let them enjoy their games. When the games comes out, hell, like I said, when I get when I get my PlayStation 4, I'll get me Ghost of Tsushima, and because it looks like a cool game.
Cool
I'll get
game.
it.
Yes.
I have a PlayStation Vita, and I bought a game just recently for that console, that handheld.
Now
So
that is dedication.
no, it's just that it's a good game. When I saw it, and I said, "Hell, let me buy it now when I got a chance." So I bought a game
Yeah.
for a console that's that old. So yeah, it is what it is. Oh yeah, don't forget if you guys and I need to remember this too. Hopefully I can remember by the end of the month. Basically, I don't know I forgot the areas again, but just keep an eye out. The Nintendo eShop for Wii U and 3DS are closing in certain areas. So if you need to get your games, you better get your games.
Was basically from what I've heard, Latin America. I forgot the other. But
I'm just
but I heard Brazil is not affected by it, at the very least.
well, yeah.
Yes, the places like the Cayman Islands or places like that where the eShop was limited in capacity, those places are not going to have it. But
Thank you.
for major places, the main eShop is still going to be around for who knows how much longer.
But Liger, the new PlayStation 5 controller, I could taste your sweat. I could taste your sweat. Okay, whatever, Bia. Whatever. Oh my goodness. Listen, hey, just enjoy the games. Me, I got Street of Rage to play. I got Fire Emblem to play. I got a lot of games to keep on playing, so that's what I'm gonna do. So with that said, you know the deal way I always said. There's no perfect games out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Enjoy your games on all consoles, even PC. Have fun, guys, and stop trying to measure your dick to other people if it ain't worth it. Seriously, don't be trying. If you have an inch, don't be proud of an inch, man. It ain't worth it. Just ain't.
Yeah,
Keep
yes,
that to-
that's her.
There,
Keep that to yourself.
Oh, yes.
and no mimosas. All right. Talk to you
No
guys
one
later.
knows this. Oh,
No
Lord.
pills.
Oh God. Anyway, peace out, guys.